Good morning from Bordeaux, and more specifically Bordeaux Saint Jean railway station. Today I'm trying out no frills, low cost service Ouigo. I want to say I mean we, of course, not the French word for yes. I mean Mrs. Timms travels here with me as well. We're travelling from Bordeaux to Poitiers, so let's just see how low cost and no frills it really is. There's been a railway station in Bordeaux since 1855, but the current station was opened in 1898 and its design is attributed to a certain Gustave Eiffel. Here we are, we're on the 8:41 service that's heading to Paris Montparnasse. The first thing we have discovered here is that the coffee and tea machine isn't working, but it took our money, which is something we're not very happy about, but we'll keep trying. And as we delved into the bowels of the station, I'm delighted to report that we found a very welcome cafe. So you've got your cup of tea. Are you happy?
I haven't tried it yet, but it's a cup of tea.
You are
Dunking.
infusing. Enthusiastic infusion. And then we walked. And walked. And walked. And walked. But eventually we found this amazing grand hall. This is a map of the network operated by the Midi Company in the 19th century. And outside you can get a real look at that 19th century frontage. Did you know that Bordeaux Saint Jean was twinned with St Pancras International in 2019? I didn't. Anyway, let's get to our train and check out the magnificent train shed. It's 56 metres across and covers an area of 17,000 square metres. So with the high-speed rail in France, as I understand it, you've got Ouigo, which is the low-cost option that we're on today, and there is Inouï, which is all about the frills and is more expensive. Have you travelled with Inouï? Let me know. Maybe we'll try it one day. In other news, I've managed to spill my coffee all down my t-shirt, so I've got a whole day of wearing a coffee-stained top, which is going to be wonderful, and I think it's going to be good fun. We're travelling on the day that Ireland are playing Scotland in the rugby. There's a lot of Irish rugby fans, and I think they're all going to be on our train, so I think it's going to be a good laugh. We'll let you know. Here's our train. It's a TGV Duplex affair, and Ouigo was set up by SNCF in 2013, and it is very much run on the budget model for low-cost travel. So for instance, there's no cafe bar on board, so there's no catering available. First class has been removed, so it's standard seating throughout. If you want to take larger luggage items or additional luggage items, you have to pay more for that. So it's a budget airline, but on rails, and that's absolutely fine, because you know what you're getting and you know what you're not getting, unless you pay for it. Vestibule area, you've got these little couches and plenty of luggage space. Ow! The seating is laid out in a 2-2 configuration, pretty densely packed, and the seat's looking a wee bit tired and worn, but it is very comfy. but around the seat area is spacious enough. You've got a tray table provided. And a window blind, so that's all very good. Under the seat are a couple of European power sockets, and yeah, I've seen a cleaner train in my life, I'll certainly say that. And here's today's route. We're leaving Bordeaux at 8:41, making our first stop at Angoulême, and then heading on up to Poitiers, due to arrive at 8 minutes past 10. Right, time to check out the loo. It's compact, but it's got everything you need. Compaction water, soap, and it's all clean. Pretty good. Not sure what this is for, but it sprays something. If you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's all fine. It's quite compact, but it's good. Also, do you remember pink toilet roll being a thing? I seem to remember that being quite a thing in the 80s. Minutes after departing Bordeaux Saint Jean, and we're crossing the Garonne River using the Passerelle Eiffel. And as we pick up speed and head out of Bordeaux, you can see the magnificent Pont de Aquitaine in the background. Shortly after, we're crossing another of France's world-famous rivers. This time, it's the Dordogne. Wi-Fi is available on the train, but of course you have to pay for that. €3 for standard Wi-Fi, or you can pay €5 to get Ouigo's onboard entertainment system, which gives you films and TV programs as well. I tried to connect to the internet, I got connected, but that was about as much as I could do. "36 minutes after leaving Bordeaux, and we're making our first stop at Angoulême, so I think it's time for an update. So we've arrived at our first stop, Angoulême, and it's very quiet, so that's why we're speaking so quietly in hushed tones. Mrs. Tim's Travels, what are your thoughts on the seat? What are your thoughts on high-speed rail in France?
They're both excellent for the money we paid. The seat is absolutely adequate. It's fine. The train, I can't fault it. I don't see what's wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it at all.
I agree. Now, you talked about the cost we paid. How much did we pay for this one-way journey to Poitiers? Obviously, we are coming back, but we'll talk about single fares.
€10 each.
€10. Plus €3 for our seat. No frills, no frills. But that is enough. That's really, really good. And it is such an excellent train, and the onboard crew seem to really enjoy their job.
They do.
So excellent. Next stop, Poitiers. Something that I really enjoyed about the Ouigo experience was the onboard announcements. Sometimes, maybe it's just me, but I can get overwhelmed by the amount of information that I'm given on a train, but these announcements were concise, they were good, you were kept up to speed, but it wasn't over the top, if that makes sense, and they were bilingual, which was obviously a big help for us.
Lors de nos passages en voiture 14 à l'étage au centre de la rame ou sur médicale en Comtesse Aglamétique Doc Romain Always. Je me ferai le plaisir et l'immense honneur de vous répondre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome if you join us from Angoulême station on board this train heading to Paris. Before the final stop Paris, our train will stop by Poitiers station. Your train managers remain available, coach 14, if you have any question during your journey. We wish you a very pleasant travel with us.
I think that's enough from me for a bit. Let's just look out the window. So we have arrived in Poitiers. So is it Ouigo or no go? Well, you don't really want to know what I think, do you? What you want to know is what Mrs. Tim's Travels thought. So, how was Ouigo?
Ouigo.
Yeah, enjoy it?
I did.
What?
Absolutely perfect. It just got me from A to B, cheap and cheerful, but there was nothing that I thought, oh, I wish I had.
XYZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't need anything more than a seat.
What it provided?
Yeah.
I am going to give my penny's worth. I think that was one of the most enjoyable railway experiences I've had. The ride quality of the train was outstanding, and high-speed rail, who knew? Well, France knew for one. That was just great. And the thing with no frills is you can deal with that. When you're told you're not getting XYZ, you can cope. It's when you're told, yes, there are certain services available, and then they're not available for no given reason. Anyway, that's just my little rant. But for the cost and for the quality, that was just outstanding. Have you travelled with Ouigo? Have you used other high-speed services throughout the world? Please let me know in the comments. And are there any that you think we should give a try to? Let us know. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye.